Book 229. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Morning Motivation with Matthew Daniels, and today I'm going to tell you guys about Massacre on the Underground Railroad. That's right, Massacre on the Underground Railroad. But what is Matthew Daniels talking about? A long time ago, in the southern portion of what we now call the United States, an intricate system of safe houses and secret routes through the woods were established to help the enslaved Negroes escape the horrors of life on a slave plantation and find freedom in the North. This system of assisted escape has come to be known as the Underground Railroad. Many of the stories from the Underground Railroad has been lost to history. The tales which have survived have been preserved for us by an amazing Negro man named William Steele. William Steele helped countless Negroes escape, and he kept meticulous documents about who they were, where they came from, and where they went. He knew that one day his records would be of great value to those who lived after him. His records, however, are not all-inclusive, and there is much not recorded within. Luckily, though, there has been oral history of the Underground Railroad passed down in African-American households across America. One of my ancestors, no less, was in fact a conductor on the Underground Railroad, and he has passed down directly to me from mouth to ear many tales which will shock anyone interested in listening. I was told that one day my ancestor and another man who was a conductor like him were assisting 6 people to escape to freedom. These 6 people were a family, a father, a mother, and their 4 children. This family was escaping from a plantation in South Carolina, and they were trying to reach Canada. During their escape, they encountered a fat white man riding a horse on the road. The horse was pulling a carriage with his wife and 2 children in it. When the 2 groups saw one another, my ancestor pulled out his pistol. The man began begging for his life, saying he was a Quaker and claiming to not approve of slavery, but knowing they could not risk being found out, my ancestor shot the man off his horse, and the other conductor with him shot into the carriage, striking his family. Then the group of escapees ran off, knowing the sound of gunshots would bring more trouble. They ran until they found a barn, and they sought refuge within. It wasn't long before the dead bodies on the road were found, and the hound dogs were brought out to track the scent of the murderers. Soon, the barn was surrounded by 5 armed men who demanded the escapees come out. And they came out all right, but they came out firing their pistols. Men on both sides were hit, and the white men took cover behind some trees. Then, the group of Negroes ran off into the woods. Before the slave catchers gave chase, they put a good distance between them. My ancestor led them to a river and ordered them to jump in the water to mask their scent. Then the man who was with them made the ultimate sacrifice. He refused to jump in the water. Instead, he told them to continue on without him and make sure that his story was told. Then he ran in the opposite direction. My ancestor tried to reason with him, but there was no time. He led the family to the other side of the river, and they ran off into the woods. Then the slave catcher's dogs followed the scent of the other man, and he was soon caught. He emptied his pistol into his enemies, but he was soon subdued by their bullets. Before he fell, he killed 2 of his enemies. This man was tortured for information on the Underground Railroad, but he spat in their faces and refused to talk. In time, once he lost too much blood, he gave up the ghost and died. But my ancestor, because of his sacrifice, was able to get the family to safety, and they eventually reached Canada where they were able to live free. And my ancestor went back to helping others get free, never once fearing his own death. And so, the morning motivation of today is Massacre on the Underground Railroad. Sometimes, the most loving thing that a person can do is to give their life in defense of another. You need not physically die to sacrifice your life for another, however. You can simply sacrifice what it is that you wish to do in order to help someone else achieve their dreams. So today, do something that will benefit someone else and help someone else to accomplish a goal. And as you go about your day, always strive to do that which is good. And remember, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are wonderful, and you are great. And you are going to change the world. I just hope I'm still alive to see it, family. I'm out. Good morning.